Hey guys, so it's that time of the year. We are expanding the farm. We are building stuff on the farm. I'm building a new poultry house. Soon I'm going to have to build a new house where the workers are going to stay. And in addition to that, I'm going to have to expand and build a new store very soon, just after finishing the construction of the chicken house that we're doing right now. So right now, I'm going to be taking you guys around and showing you guys the expansion that we're going through and all the work that's happening. But also, this is also usually some of the most exciting, but also most stressing time. Why exciting? Because stuff is happening, expansion is happening. I'll be honest with you, for me, as a farmer, the more beautiful bit of the things that I actually do is the expansion. I don't really enjoy the day-to-day running of the farm. Managing this and this and this. No, I don't love that. And I really thank God that I actually do have a great manager, who helps me, do the day-to-day running of the farm. Now, the bit that I actually do enjoy the most is the expansion, building up new stuff, coming up, with new ideas. Let's put this here, let's put this in another area. I love that. That's really, really awesome. And that's something that we're going to be doing right now. We're going into the expansion phase. Now, the expansion phase also comes with a bit of stress because of money. Because of money. So, unfortunately, it has come at that time of the year where the price of feed is honestly quite high. The price of maize has still been high. Some of the other raw materials, the price is coming down, like the soya meal that I'm using, the sunflower cake that I'm using, the price is coming a bit down. Actually, I had a dream last night. It's quite crazy. I'm just remembering now. I had a dream last night that the price of sunflower cake was like a third of what I'm paying right now. I hope that dream comes to reality. Anyway, because of that, it's putting me a bit under a bit of stress because I have to get a lot of money, and I don't want to get money from other sources. I want all the money that grows the farm to come from the farm. But then it looks like I'm having too many construction projects that need to happen at the same time, and I don't know how that's going to happen. But anyway, I'll take you guys around and show you guys what exactly we are doing with the expansion on the farm. So a while back, we planted grass right here on the farm, and it has grown up very nicely, but it has a lot of weeds. Take a look at that. A lot of weeds, and it had grown onto the walkway. So I have a walkway that moves to my gazebo right there, and it comes from my house. You guys can see it right here. Now, the grass grew and it had overtaken the walkway. So yesterday we got guys to start weeding, and so despite the fact that this is looking very messy, you can already see this area we had gotten people to start the weeding. So very soon it's going to look very nice. I think this is the last time we are doing proper serious weeding. After that, we're going to be mowing and controlling the grasses in a better way. Look at the flowers. The flowers now look really nice. Actually, I'm starting to think I don't know what I'm going to be doing with these flowers. Some of them are self-propagating too much. Look at this. Look at this. It just self-propagates on every leaf. Every leaf. Take a look at this. This is just starting. But they now look really, really nice. Take a look at that. Don't you guys love it? Okay. So I had been away from the farm for about maybe 2 weeks or something like that. So that's why the place got very bushy and things like that. Mulembe. It got a bit mulembe. It got a bit out of control. Meanwhile, those are young guys who have come to help with the weeding of the grass. Don't call it child labor, because over here in Africa, today is a weekend, today is a Saturday, children are not going to school. Parents send their children to go and help out with work, and they get paid. It's just like weeding, picking up grass, so it's not like a lot of work, but it's actually still some work. I've been away, and while I was away, a lot of work was actually happening. A lot of stuff started happening, and a lot of stuff was happening. So I'm going to show you guys the first thing that we did. So right here is a banana plantation, and right here is our feed store, and just next to it we built a kitchen, a small kitchen, where the guys will be cooked for. So initially I didn't have a kitchen on the farm. The guys had to go and pick farm from the upper farm, which is next to my dad's place, because that's where we did have a kitchen. But finally we've put up a small kitchen. It doesn't need to be expensive. It just saves the guys from having to walk all the way up that side to get their food. And you can see that we put a fireplace. Someone came and built for us a fireplace, as you guys can see. So this fireplace uses firewood. You can see a few holes inside there where we shall be putting firewood and things like that for cooking. Yeah, so this is the fireplace, and then, you know, the rest of the stuff can be done inside here. Yeah, so this is the kitchen that we have started building. Now the next thing that's going to have to be built is an extension of the feed store itself. So as you guys can see, this is the feed store. It's going to have to be expanded to fill this entire place right here. Yeah, so we'll move down a little bit. You guys can see the poultry houses right here. These are 2 poultry houses. There's 2 on the other side to make it 4. We have some chain link. I bought this chain link a while back. I'm going to use it on the goat farm. Yeah, I'll probably make a video about that when we are taking it to the goat farm. But I'll probably enter the feed store so you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Okay, so if you guys can take a look inside the feed store, it's a bit full. Yeah, and the biggest reason it appears full is because of the maize bran. So we pour our maize bran down on the floor because it cakes. Yeah, if you keep it inside bags, it cakes. You can see it right here. It cakes. Yeah, so we pour it on the floor so that it loses all the heat and things like that. Right here we have, that should be soya cake. The one in those bags is sunflower cake. Then here we have maize. Yeah, this right here is maize. Yeah, and I think all that right there is maize. This is limestone and things like that. Yeah, so we don't have too much space. We still have a bit of space if we didn't have to pour down the maize bran. But because of pouring down the maize bran, we don't have enough space. Yeah, now because of that, we're going to have to expand our store. We're going to have to double our store. This is feed that's mixed. We mix our feed using shovels. Yeah, these are the shovels right here, and this is the feed formulation that we usually use. These are the shovels. You can see the weighing scale right here. So everything is done right from here. Now, because the feed store is a bit small, I'll close it up. Yeah, because the feed store is a bit small in terms of size. Well, it's not small, but it's not sufficient. So you're going to have to double it. Place another one just next to it of the same exact capacity right here. Why? Because we are expanding the farm. Okay, so we'll walk towards the poultry houses. This poultry house has our youngest flock, 17 weeks. Yeah, so in about a week or so it should be giving us eggs. We shall not get in, but I'll just show you guys what the flock looks like. So you can see it. You can see its combs. Yeah, some of them are quite nice and red. So in a week or so we should be getting eggs from this flock. Yeah, you can see it right here. This is our youngest flock, but we shall not be getting in. Yeah, this is the youngest flock. Then this is probably like the second youngest. No, this is the 3rd youngest flock. That is the 2nd youngest flock. Sorry, the 2nd oldest flock, and this is the oldest flock. Now this flock is like 98 weeks. It's almost coming to 100 weeks. Yeah, 98 weeks and something. That means this flock is soon moving out. Maybe in 2 weeks or so, we're going to be letting this flock go, and then we're going to be replacing it with a brand new flock. So my goal is to have flocks of 4 different ages. Yeah, and I already do have flocks of 4 different ages right now. It's just that those do have 4 different ages. Actually, I have 5 different ages. It's quite crazy. Yeah, because I have 5 flocks. Yeah, 5 flocks right now of 5 different ages. Because I have 5 poultry houses, and each of the 5 poultry houses actually has a flock from a different age. But I want it to be 4 flocks of 4 different ages. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, what I'm going to be doing is that currently I have about 12,000 birds. My goal was to have the 2,000 birds that are at the end. I thought they would replenish this flock, which is 100 weeks. Yeah, so my thought was that by the time, you know, they reach production, which is actually the youngest flock, which I've just shown you guys, which is at 17 weeks, I thought the flock of 100 weeks would be out. So then I would still have 4 flocks that were producing eggs at 4 different ages. But then this flock has stayed in a bit longer than I expected, because I mean, its laying percentage is really, really good. So what I have decided to do is that now I'm going to replace this flock with another flock, which is going to be in the new chicken house that I'm going to be building. And now I'm going to be having 4 flocks of 5,000 birds. Yeah, so that takes my capacity up to 20,000. Hopefully by the end of this year, no, by the end of this year it certainly won't be possible. But sometime next year, I'll have 20,000 birds on the farm. So right now I have 12,500, but then I'm going to take out 2,500 and then bring in 5,000. And that will take my farm capacity to about 15,000 birds. Yeah, so I'm going to start bringing influx of 5,000 birds, and so let's move over there so that you guys can see the house that we are building. The new house that we are building is actually on this land. Yeah, if you guys do remember, this is the land that I bought not so long ago. Yeah, it has alfalfa. You guys can see the alfalfa right here. I think it's easier or nicer to see it right here. You can see it in the lines. So this side is very weedy. Can you see the weeds? Yeah, it's very weedy. So I have someone here who is helping to weed. He's weeding the alfalfa right here, and it has a lot of what would I call this? Yeah, dodo, which is amaranthus. Yeah, you guys can see this. A lot of it, very weedy. Look at the area. Anyway, someone is doing the weeding, and very soon it will be ready for cutting. Actually, I have a feeling it's ready for cutting, but maybe not ready. Maybe a week or so, it should be ready for cutting. Yeah. So this is the area. Later on, with time, we shall also be, putting poultry houses in this entire area. But for now, we're going to move on to that structure right there that the guys are building. And this is our new poultry house, guys. You guys can see it. Yeah. On our newly acquired land. Why do I keep calling it newly acquired land? I mean, it's been a few months of me owning it. I don't know why I keep calling it newly acquired. But you guys can see the frame. It's still coming up. Yeah. You can see that the guys have placed the concrete on the floor. You can see it. Yeah. So again, keeping the same style of building the structures, 2 poles, one supporting. I mean, this is the one literally supporting the entire structure. Then this one is supporting the floor of the, the upper section. So built exactly the same way. It's a tried and tested way for us. Maybe the only thing that hasn't tested it is time. Yeah. So we don't know how long exactly such a structure would last in this area. Luckily enough, we don't have termites in our place. So, I mean, of course there's termites, but not like a lot, yeah? So, I haven't had any of the structures being destroyed by termites or anything like that. So, for now, we are good. You guys can see the structure right here. Again, you can see the concrete, yeah? We're left with this very tiny section to pour the concrete. I'll just move over there. You guys can see it right there. Okay, you can see that. That's the small tiny section that we are left with. They're going to be doing it today. So, they're working on the roof, and very soon all that is going to be done. I mean, they preparing the roof, and I told you guys today is Saturday, so on Monday, of course by the time this video comes up, it will be way past this time, but on Monday, we're going to start putting the iron sheets at the top and things like that. Yeah, so the new poultry house is coming up, and this is going to take up the 5,000 birds. So the poultry house that I've already shown you guys that has the birds that are 100 weeks, that together with this house together bring the capacity to 5,000 birds, because each of the houses takes 2,500 birds. Yeah, so that's what you're going to be doing. So it's going to be, I mean, really beautiful right here. I mean, having to fill up the house to capacity, having to, get the house to get us exactly what we need. Yeah, so we're expanding, we are building a lot of stuff. Now, in addition to that, there's more that needs to be done, because I mean, the current accommodation that we do have on the farm is not sufficient for all the guys who are working, who are at least who are the guys who are going to be working around. Yeah, it's just enough for the guys who are currently working around. But then if we consider the guys who are going to be coming in to fill in the new house and things like that, it's not going to be enough. Yeah, we're going to have to expand it. So that means that hopefully, well, not hopefully, certainly, we're going to have to build a new place for accommodation at the very bottom. Yeah, so you guys can see all that needs to be done. Yeah, I've already showed you guys that we built a kitchen where the kitchen is really negligible because it's really small in size and its cost is not as big. But then this poultry house, yeah, this is certainly quite significant. Maybe $6,000 or $6,000 something dollars. They're going to have to build a new house for the guys down there. That's also going to cost money. We're going to have to build a new store. That's also going to cost money. That's crazy expensive. And I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do all that. It wouldn't have been a big problem if the cost of feed wasn't crazy, because like I've told you guys, the cost of maize is still quite high. But now the profit is very minimal on the farm because of the high cost of feed. There's still profit, yeah? And that's how I'm actually able to put up a structure. Otherwise, if it wasn't profitable, I wouldn't have $6,000 to put up a structure, yeah? No, so it's certainly still coming in, but yeah, it's quite difficult, yeah? It's going to be quite difficult, but we'll figure it out, So tell me what you think, guys, yeah? Tell me what you think with the growth and the expansion of the farm. I've told you guys, I love the times for expansion. I love them because these are the beautiful times. It shows that the farm is growing for me. I love the challenging bits. There's a few times that I go through what people would call depression or depressive episodes. A few times that does happen. And every time that I sit down and look at myself and consider these times, it's because there's nothing new or development happening in my life. Yeah. So every time there's nothing like developmental or new or some form of growth or expansion happening in my life, I go into it. I'd call it, it's not really depression, but a period of sadness, of not being happy. Yeah. Because I love, to have stuff going on, be expanding, be growing, and things like that. I love such times. Yeah, I really love such times. So despite the fact that, the money might not be available, or the money that I do require, it's a time to push myself and figure out things, get ideas on how to accomplish things. And I love that. I always do love that. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. Catch you very soon with another one. Lots of love. Bye-bye.